Hello everyone, I'm your host Rich Hagon, welcoming you to a brand new video series called Talking Points, or depending on how you view things, Talking Points, because it's all about the world of Pro Magic, the best players around the world as they go from GP to Pro Tour to World Championship to World Magic Cup and back to GP all over the world, and I'm going to be your host and your guide around the world. Each week here on Talking Points, we'll go through the GPs that happened around the world the previous weekend. We'll talk about the top 8 players getting their successful rewards for the hard work. We'll talk about the top 8 decks. What are the metagames looking like in the formats? We'll talk about how all the pros did, your top 25s, the people that you know and like to keep track of through the pro season. I'll talk about all the fun stuff that happened around the event, particularly where we on video coverage for Wizards of the Coast and Channel Fireball events are bringing you all the action live, because there's always a lot of cool stuff we never get to show you on air, and I'll show you a whole bunch of stuff and tell you about what's going on there. Talking of coverage, we also want to talk about that, because we know a lot of you get your kicks out of watching Pro Tour coverage and Grand Prix coverage around the world. As many of you know, I'm largely responsible for a lot of the output that comes your way at the Grand Prix level with the partnership between CFB events and Wizards of the Coast. So I'm certainly going to be interested in getting your feedback each week on what we put on air. What did you like? What features did you enjoy? What feature matches did you enjoy? What did we learn from watching the best pros going at it? We'll also look not just backwards to the previous weekend, but also forwards, what's coming up. If we go from standard into modern, we'll talk about the modern decks of choice to mark your card, particularly if you're new to the different formats. We'll give you a sense of what you can expect out of the following weekend's video coverage. We'll tell you who's going to be there. We'll talk particularly around the Pro Tours. Of course, those are our big flagship events. We'll work our way through all the teams in the team series. In our first show, coming next week at Hipsters of the Coast, I'll be walking you through all 37 teams in the Pro Tour Team Series for 2017 to 18. We'll go through how all of them did, whether they did better than expected, whether they were about where they should be, or whether they had a horrible, horrible time through Ixalan Draft and Ixalan Standard. Then, of course, it'll be on to GP Warsaw and Atlanta and Shanghai. We'll bring you all the results from there. All the Scuttlebutt. That's an actual Magic card, weirdly. Scuttlebutt, who knew? As you can see, there'll be lots of behind-the-scenes stuff as well, because sometimes I'll be literally, in the booth at the Pro Tour, like I am right now. Sometimes it'll be a hotel room on the road. Sometimes I'll be back at home in England. But every week you can expect lots of opinion, lots of fact, lots of stories, lots of fun, and unquestionably a terrible, terrible joke. So on behalf of Hipsters of the Coast and me, your host Rich Hagon, tune in each week for Talking Points with me, your host, Rich Hagon, and I'll leave you with this thought. As we head into Ixalan Draft here at the Pro Tour, all I really want to see is as many colossal Dreadmore in play as possible. Because, let's be honest, we're in Albuquerque, we're in New Mexico. Who wouldn't want to root 6-6? I'll see you really soon on Talking Points.